97 points. 7 points. You'd think we'd won the Premier League, wouldn't you? Just listen to that crowd on their feet, unbelievable, singing their hearts out. There was hope when Brighton took the lead, but unfortunately the lead didn't last long and Manchester City have come back. We say, sportingly, congratulations to Manchester City. It's been some ride. The season's far from over. We've got the Champions League final in Madrid to come. Today, Liverpool did what they had to do. They beat a very good Wolves side by 2-0. 2 assists for Trent Alexander-Arnold, 2 goals for Sadio Mane. There's 20 to take his tally to 26 goals for the season, the same as Mo Salah. Opening goal at the Kop, Alexander-Arnold, lovely low cross, Mane there. Then the second goal, Alexander-Arnold cross, Mane diving header. They'd finished in the end today, Liverpool 2, Wolves 0. Ronnie Whelan, we said today, it ends, unfortunately for us, in despair after that wonderful night against Barcelona in midweek. We did what we had to do today. Jurgen's hugging all his players. We've gone through the entire season losing one game. That was away at Manchester City in the league. 97 points, runners up. It's hard to take, but there's still a massive sense of pride out there. We're not totally deflated because there's still one massive game left for us to go.
Yeah, they've got to concentrate on that game now. You've got to forget the league. It's gone and we've finished second, unfortunately. They've been absolutely magnificent, each and every player, each and every coach, the manager. Everyone deserves so much credit for what they've done throughout this season. But it's not only Liverpool people or Liverpool supporters who are giving this team credit. It's from all over the country. It's from all Europe. It's football in general are saying how good this team is now. And unfortunately, you've come up against one of the best teams that's ever been in the Premiership or ever been in English football in Manchester City, or a best squad, because they can fill people in and rest people. But this Liverpool squad is not far behind now. And I'm sure if we keep going the same way, we can push City again next year and maybe get past them.
That's it, We're sure we can. We've still got that Champions League final to come in Madrid in a few weeks' time. And the fans, the players are going to be, they're going to be frustrated, deflated there in the end there. But this team will bounce back, hopefully in Madrid, Ronnie.
Yeah, I'd be delighted if they did it in Madrid. But the things they've done this season so far, we cannot be downhearted. We've got to stay behind them.
Sportingly, we say congratulations to Manchester City. Liverpool did all they could. In the end, it just wasn't quite enough. We're going to take a short break. The final Premier League game of the season. It finished here today. Liverpool 2, Wolves 0.
Get all the best build-up and reaction to every Liverpool game right here on LFC TV. Sue Smith goes behind the scenes to bring you the very latest from the Liverpool FC women's team.
Experience exclusive behind-the-scenes footage from Liverpool's home games from the latest editions of Inside Anfield.
We take a closer look at some of the Reds' most memorable and significant European encounters in European classics.
The Academy returns to your screens with an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at one of the most celebrated youth setups in football.
There's lots to be excited about in the month of May, here on LFC TV and LFC TV Go.
Good evening, you're watching LFC News, and here are tonight's headlines.
There was only one name on everyone's lips as they made their way home. That, of course, was the new signing Alisson Becker, after the Brazilian goalkeeper completed his move to Liverpool from AS Roma.
Humble, embarrassed and very proud, the words of Sir Kenny Dalglish after he officially received his knighthood earlier today.
Hello there, very good evening to you. Welcome along to LFC News, live from Anfield on a huge night for Liverpool.
For Jurgen Klopp's side, well, they arrived here in Charlotte, North Carolina yesterday morning.
Liverpool confirmed today that the club is proceeding with the redevelopment of the academy site in Kirkby, with the intention to move the first team there from 2020.
LFC News brings you daily bulletins from Melwood and a live extended programme every evening at 5 and 6 o'clock, plus special programmes to bring you exclusive club news first. LFC News, be in the know.
Welcome back, everybody. This is our match reaction from Anfield. We're still waiting for the players to come back out onto the pitch and get their applause from the supporters, and who are going to wish them and cheer them on to Madrid, Ronnie Whelan. In the end, as we said, it was so near yet so far in terms of the title race. We sportingly say, well done, Manchester City, a very good Manchester City side. Congratulations on the Premier League title, but Liverpool pushed them every single step of the way.
But if
we never give up.
If you've got funds that are completely off the planet, as Manchester City have, they are expected to win the league. You look at what Jurgen Klopp has done for this club since he's come, with the people he's brought in, Alisson, Van Dijk for 2, but he sold one player, Coutinho, and paid for them 2. He's balanced things. We haven't spent hundreds of millions like Manchester City. We've done it a different way, and we've finished a point behind them in the league. We've finished 20 points ahead of, 25 points ahead of the third place team. This club have come on with the new owners and this manager in the last 3 or 4 years that I never expected we'd be this close, anywhere near this close to Man City.
And as a former captain of this football club, you're a very proud man, Ronnie, aren't you?
Yeah, I am very proud. I'm proud of everything the team done this season, and what the manager's done, and the whole way they've gone about their business. It's magnificent.
Well, what's happening now is that Alisson Becker is getting his award for the Golden Glove. Ederson, of course, Alisson was level with Ederson of City going into this one, so he conceded a goal today down at Brighton, and Alisson Becker, listen to the fans singing his name, and he deserves to have the fans singing his name, Alisson Becker, doesn't he, Ronnie Whelan? He was magnificent, by the way, against Barcelona in midweek.
He made some very, very important saves throughout the season at very vital times.
Champions League as well. You look back to that Napoli game last minute, which could have knocked us out.
The one against even the one from Dembele in Barcelona, the last kick of the game, which could have been 4-0. We're gone. The save today again. We'll say we needed to win this game, and he kept us in it with some good saves when we were not playing well.
So Alisson shows his Golden Glove award to the crowd. We can see a few of the other players as well coming back out very shortly, indeed, onto the Anfield pitch for their farewell to Anfield this season. Anyway, it's not farewell to the season, because we all know what's coming up in a few weeks' time, the Champions League final. Today, the story of the game, Liverpool's basically 2 main players for us today was Sadio Mane, who scored twice, and Trent Alexander-Arnold, Ronnie, who got both assists.
That kid, what he's doing for Liverpool Football Club, they asked me to do a mixture of my team in the 90s, or 1990, and this team today. And I had Alexander Arnold at right back because of what he does. His reading of the game, his understanding now of the game and what's going on in the game is getting better and better. Unbelievable striker of a ball, and unbelievable when he whips those balls in from the corners.
The players are in the tunnel, by the way, folks, so they will be out onto the pitch very soon indeed. Hardly anyone is left. It's going to be a great roar. You rightly made a great point, which I thought was so spot on before, Ronnie, and so apt. You said what you feel sorry for is the players, because they couldn't have given much more. They've given absolutely anything. To lose just one Premier League game all season, that's extraordinary, that.
Against the team that won the league, and that's it. And then you go and look at... No, I'm not going to say it. This is the last time I'm going to say it. The point Man City got here, Pep Guardiola has come and said, we will not lose against Liverpool. If we lose against Liverpool, we're going to lose the league. He did not lose against Liverpool. He picked 4 points out of 6 up against us. That's what won them the league.
So I can see Mo Salah is there as well, and Sadio Mane about to get the joint award for the Golden Boot here, I think. Mo Salah and Sadio Mane have got the same amount of goals this season for Liverpool. The joint Golden Boot, Sadio Mane and Mo Salah. That's unbelievable, Ronnie.
But this is again what this season has been. The goalkeeper has come out and got goalkeeper most clean sheets. The two centre forwards come out and get the most goals. I've wrote down here.
That's more than Sergio Aguero.
I wrote goals, Mane, Salah. I've got clean sheets, Alisson. I've got assists to 2 full-backs, 1 loss. The amount of points we've had, everything is positive this season.
You couldn't make that up, could you? Identical records in the goal tally this season. Who knows? One of them may end up being our top goal scorer in Madrid in the Champions League final. Mo Salah, 26 goals, 22 in the league. Sadio Mane, 26 goals, 22 in the league.
Imagine if we had stayed in the FA Cup and the League Cup.
Absolutely incredible. So that's why it's a slight delay on all of the players coming back out onto the pitch. So there's Sadio Mane and Mo Salah proudly holding their golden boots. It's phenomenal achievements that. Remember Aldo doing that, Rushy in their heyday when you played alongside those two great legends.
Great goal scorers. We've been fortunate to have loads and loads of great goal scorers. We always find someone or some way to get lots of goals.
And you know, and it's been an incredible and emotional week, we have to say that, for Liverpool Football Club this week. That Barcelona game will live long in the memory. You probably have to say that's probably our greatest ever comeback at Anfield.
Would you go our greatest at Anfield? Most definitely. You go back to talking about Davy Fairclough and St Etienne.
Stevie G,
Olympiacos, but then you talk about
Chelsea
the final
game
in Istanbul, and then for me, final in Istanbul, Barcelona the other night is the two best things I've seen from Liverpool.
Because Istanbul, we won it against all the odds, didn't we? And there's a big cheer at the moment.
I think it's Mo Salah's little daughter, isn't it?
Mo Salah's little daughter. There's a beaming smile on Mo's face. She's got the ball and she's running towards the cup. The football's almost bigger than her, isn't it?
This could be the biggest cheer of the day.
If she puts it in the net, she's running towards the goal.
He's laughing, Mo. Go on.
Put it away.
This could be the biggest cheer of the day. Listen, folks.
She's got number 11 on the back. Mo Salah punches the air, a proud father on the touchline as well. It's in the genes.
She's not coming off. She wants to score again.
Absolutely brilliant. I mean, in terms of this game alone today, Ronnie, Wolves showed why they finished 7th in the Premier League this season. They made it tough for us, but the crowd sensed at one point in the second half this team needed help. They rose to their feet. They cheered the boys on. They said, we're going to win this, our final game of the season. And the crowd helped the team to win this game today.
It's nothing I haven't been seeing from Liverpool fans since I come here in 1979. Every time I played here, they got behind the team, whether we were playing well or not.
And I can see some activity in the tunnel area. Looks like Jordan Henderson there. Going to lead the boys back out at Anfield for one final time this season. And Mo Salah's daughter wants to score another goal. She's got the ball again, racing towards the Kop penalty area.
Baby Salah running down the wing.
Yeah, not bad skill as well, very good trickery. So all of the players are coming back out onto the pitch, and it epitomises, I think, an even more special lap of honour this time. It's not a lap of honour to salute what we all wanted, the Premier League title. We couldn't have given any much more effort, really, And she scored again. Mo Salah, his daughter, has scored another one at the
These players now coming back out here, every one of that squad that's coming back out deserves every applause they get in this crowd. And there's not many empty seats in this crowd at Anfield today. They've all stayed to show their appreciation for what great football they've seen all season.
And Jurgen has always made the point, this Liverpool team can do special things at Anfield with these supporters, and that it's a collective, isn't it? We saw that again, time and time again. We saw that again in midweek against Barcelona.
Since Jurgen Klopp's come into this football club, things have changed around, from me, the way I see it, from what used to be in the 80s and the 70s, where it was a family. And he gets this, Jurgen Klopp, and he's brought the crowd the way they are now, and he's brought all the players. You see these players, they look like they want to be in each other's company. They look like they want to help you out on the pitch. They look like they want to do things for the manager, and the manager goes out of his way to do things for them also. It's gone back, this football club, in the last 2 or 3 years, to being the family club that it always was.
So the players are all out there with their families, walking past the Kop at the moment. We've got a Champions League final to look forward to in Madrid, Ronnie Whelan.
And that's going to be exciting. It's hard to call. Tottenham, they're a good side. They literally battered us second half here when we won the game. We got away with it. But they are a very, very good side. But so are we.
And for one final time this season as well, the anthem that Jerry taught the Kop is being played out there as well. It's been an unbelievable season, this, really, hasn't it? As we said before, to go into the second half of the final Premier League game of the season, knowing we still had a fighting chance of winning the title. The fans were on their feet when Brighton and Hove Albion scored through Glenn Murray just after Sadio Mane had opened the scoring here for Liverpool. Sadly, it wasn't to be in the end, but 97 points, 1 league defeat all season. But at least the season doesn't end here, and that's what's brilliant about it. Jurgen Klopp, fabulous moment there. Jurgen's got his traditional hat on. He just took his hat off to salute the fans. Brilliant.
All things are nice down there. But, you know, things, when you're playing well and everybody's playing well, the team as a whole are playing well, there's no better place to be than on a football pitch with your mates. And this is what they've done again this season. So many out there now that deserve everything they're getting.
So many incredible moments.
Well,
as well.
I mentioned a few, didn't I? You're getting the goalkeeper and 2 centre forwards there. But what about the 2 full backs all season? The crosses they've put in, the midfield, the dynamics of Henderson. James Milner's played everywhere for Liverpool this season and never let us down once. But there's so many of them that they've wanted when they've been out of the team. Yes, they've been disappointed, as you always are when you're not in the team. But when they've got on, a la Gini Wijnaldum against Barcelona, they want to do things. They want to show the manager that they're capable of being on that pitch.
And as you touched on before, against the good Tottenham Hotspur side in Madrid, but can the hurt of last season in Kiev inspire us in Madrid?
It should do.
Mo Salah's got unfinished business, hasn't he?
How bad you felt against Madrid, you should take that back to Madrid and say, this is not going to happen to me again. I'm not going to come out a loser on this one.
So all the players are down there with their families, applauding the Kop. That wonderful sight in midweek at the final whistle at Barcelona when Jurgen got all of the players, all of his staff, all together in front of the Kop to sing You'll Never Walk Alone with the crowd. That was a magical moment that will certainly live long in the memory. We've had some wonderful games here this season, wonderful moments. The Everton moment, Divock Origi in stoppage time. That Mo Salah goal here in front of the Kop against Chelsea. The Tottenham moment, unbelievable when we've pushed one of the best teams, I think it's fair to say, the top flight has ever seen, really, this Manchester City side. And we can be proud of what we've done. Yes, it ends in disappointment, but it's not what I've heard some people saying, it's failure. It's not failure. Because we couldn't have given much more, Ronnie, could we?
I don't mean to be going against you here, but at the end of the day, we haven't won the league. But we have to go on and try and get it next season.
That's the next challenge, isn't it?
That is well, Champions League is the next challenge. We'll win that and then we'll win the league next year. But we have to try and we are.
Now we can go down the pitch side. Rob Jones Let's go live to pitch side. Rob Jones with Virgil van Dijk, with Andy Robertson.
Andy,
With Andy
so
Robertson.
close. Yeah, like, it's one of them. 97 points. If anyone offered us that at the start of the season, I think everyone in the stand would have took it. And we've came up against an incredible team. And for us to get that close just shows you how far we've came. We've came a long way since last season. You okay?
I think he wants my job.
It's came a long way since last season, and we've closed the gap to City, and the good thing is City over here now, and we're not going anywhere. This squad will stay together, and we need to put everything into next season. We've not done much wrong, but we'll learn from it, and still got a massive game coming up, and then we can focus on next season. But we came up against an incredible team, but this team is not bad as well.
But I think the reception all around this ground tells you that they know you couldn't have given one more ounce of sweat this season.
Do you know what? I'm glad about that, because I never doubted it, but I'm glad they appreciate the efforts we've put in, because the lads have played through pain and we gave everything when we can, and we've tried to do what this club hasn't done in a long time, but listen to them now, but we've tried our best, and I think that's why they appreciate it.
And you've embodied it this season. I mean, for yourself personally, team of the year, you've played pretty much every minute of the season as well. It's been a great second season here for you.
Yeah, look, obviously it took me a while to come into the team last season, and I had a good 6 months, and then it was everyone maybe asking, can I do it again? And I'm glad I've done that, because I try and be all about consistency, and I'm glad I've kind of added that, and hopefully one good more performance this season, then I can go on my holidays. But now it's all about kicking on to next season, because as far as Premier League's over, this is over for this season, and I need to kick on now to next season, because I want to stay here as long as I can, and the only way by doing that is by putting in good performances.
And as you said, one huge game to go, and it can still be an incredible season. To finish with 97 points in a Champions League would be amazing.
Yeah, to take, like I said, Man City deserve all the credit they're going to get, because I think I've seen it during the week, but nobody's lost this Premier League. It's been won, and it's been won by an unbelievable team that's set the standard, and we've kept up with them, but we've just fell short. And like you said, we're in the final now, and we need to take that one step further that we didn't take last season, and if we can do it, then it'll be a hell of a season. But we know how hard that game against Tottenham's going to be.
I think that's the end of the interview. Thank you. Thanks,
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Rob. Andy Robertson together with his little one. You touched on it before. Ronnie Whelan, our former captain, with us. Andy Robertson, him and Trent Alexander-Arnold, the fullbacks. Unbelievable season they've had.
We didn't know as supporters what was going on with Andy Robertson and why he wasn't in the team. We'd signed him, we paid big money for him, and it's like, well, where's he gone? What's happening to him? But again, at the end of it, we see that the manager has waited and waited and waited till that kid is ready to go into the team. Once he's seen that kid was ready to go into the team, he's put him in and hardly took him out. But what he's done himself, how he's grown over the last 2 seasons, he's now, for me, it's like I felt as you got a couple of seasons in, hang on, I'm part of this. I can take things upon myself to do something if I see it's right on the football pitch, and he's doing that now. He is, for me, a future captain of Liverpool. It might have been sooner, except Van Dijk has come into the football club, so he will be a Liverpool captain one day.
And there's so many aspiring young footballers.
I'm just looking at them
around on the pitch here at Anfield.
There must be different balls than I kicked, because they're pinging them everywhere. I couldn't ping a ball like that when I was a young kid.
Very impressive. Told you, it's in the genes.
I'll tell you what, Mo Salah's daughter's got a lot of skill. The lefty as well.
Mo's trying to tackle her there at the moment.
I'd take her down. I'd have to kick her.
Now, going back to the, we're looking forward to Madrid now. Hopefully Roberto Firmino will be fit for that one. He links the play so well with his pressing as well.
I was at the World Cup and Brazil didn't start him in the team, and every time they brought him on, Brazil looked like they were world beaters, because he links everything together. And when Mo and Mane are playing with him, they seem to have this big understanding, the three of them. I know Origi's done a good job of late, but you got them three up front and the understanding of where they go with the movements. Yeah, he's the one who gets it up to his feet and flicks things around and gets it back again. So he would be, he needs to be fit.
So Rob is working hard down there on the pitch side. We'll see if we can get some more interviews. Jordan, The captain is ready. Jordan Henderson is with Rob Jones. Rob, it's all yours.
Jordan, what's the overriding emotion at the end of today?
It's obviously disappointment. You know, we always believed right until the last day that if we kept doing what we're doing, then we'll maybe get what we've all been dreaming of, really. So disappointing, obviously. But I think after a few days, and we've got time to reflect, I think we'll be proud of how we've performed this season, and we've pushed City right until the very end. And they're an amazing team, you know, so they deserve it. Congratulations to them. We've pushed them all the way, and hopefully next year we'll come back even stronger.
I think Andy Robertson's just put it perfectly just now. He said no one's lost this title. They've won it. They've had to win 14 games in a row to see you off, and that must make you incredibly proud of what you've done over the course of 38 games.
Yeah, he's right, you know, pushed them all the way. It's been a great battle right until the very end. Unfortunately, it's difficult walking around, you know, to say thank you to the fans, and we've got nothing to give back to them because, they've been outstanding all season, so it's hard. They've been amazing, but hopefully we can give them something in the Champions League final in a few weeks. So our focus needs to change to that quickly. But like I say, the next few days will be tough when we've got time to reflect. But then football moves quickly, and you've got to refocus and think about the future.
Did you get a sense of what was going on throughout the course of the afternoon at Brighton? You managed to see the job through here pretty professionally.
A little bit, yeah. Obviously, when the crowd is cheering and stuff, you get an idea, and then their crowd were cheering. Obviously, when City had scored, so you had an idea. Particularly well today, you know. After giving everything midweek, it was always going to be difficult, but we've done the job. We've done what we needed to do, and that was win the game. I've got to say the lads have given everything, and we can have no regrets. You know, we've given everything for every game this season, and unfortunately, City were better.
Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Rob. Great day, as always, here from our captain, Jordan Henderson. Ronnie Whelan, Jordan's come of age this season. He's been absolutely outstanding for us, hasn't he?
Still splits the fans, doesn't he? I've been behind him all season because I know what he's going through. So he's gone through bad times, but once he's got into that position that he's getting forward, he's dynamic, he's allowed go, and he's looked so much better in that position than the whole of midfield one. And he's been amazing for us.
And it's great to see as well down the pitch side, our owners are here. John Henry, our principal owner, with his wife Linda, our chairman Tom Werner down there, big beaming smile with Jurgen Klopp. And of course the big thing, in a few weeks' time, we're hoping that Jordan Henderson can get his hands on old Big Ears, the Champions League.
How good would it be? They deserve it, the players and the manager. They deserve to win that Champions League this year because they've been so close on everything else they've done.
So all eyes now turn to Madrid in a few weeks' time. Saturday, June the 1st. The whole of Liverpool will be glued to that one. Hopefully we can do it this time after the heartache what we had last season. So it ends here. Liverpool Premier League runners-up. Liverpool beat Wolves here 2-0 on the final day. We'll now head to a short break.
Good evening, you're watching LFC News, and here are tonight's headlines.
There was only one name on everyone's lips as they made their way home, and that, of course, was the new signing, Alisson Becker, after the Brazilian goalkeeper completed his move to Liverpool from AS Roma.
Humble, embarrassed and very proud, the words of Sir Kenny Dalglish after he officially received his knighthood earlier today.
Hello there, very good evening to you. Welcome along to LFC News live from Anfield on a huge night for Liverpool.
For Jurgen Klopp's side, well, they arrived here in Charlotte, North Carolina yesterday morning. Liverpool